A couple of weeks on from the US election, Donald Trump has been filling his transition team, readying himself to take over as president in the new year. Trump did well to flip certain battleground states. He swept the field. One of them was Michigan, of course. I spoke to the residents of Dearborn while I was in Michigan. It's just outside of Detroit. And this city has the biggest Arab population in America. And of course, the conflict in the Middle East factored heavily in how they voted. I'm joined now by someone who I spoke to while I was there in Dearborn. He's a business owner and his name's Tarick Salmaci. Tarick, so good to see you. It feels like months ago that I spoke to you outside the Sahara restaurant there in Dearborn. Just to give our audience a bit of a refresh, of course, Dearborn is the biggest Arab population in America. What's changed between the last election and the election before is that the Gaza war had broken out. And what I found when I was there with you is that the community was split over who should be president and who was best to end that war in Gaza. When I spoke to you, you said Trump was the guy. Why is that?
Well, he still is. I mean, he was given a problem, walked into a problem, because had he been in office 4 years ago, or prior to October 7th, I should say, this would never have happened, because this is now no longer a political issue. This is now a humanitarian issue. And I don't think Trump would have allowed it to go that far. We're not really expecting him to stop the war, because we know that every U.S. president is pro-Israeli. They have Israel's best interests at heart. This is more about, like I said, humanity. We want Israel to stop targeting and killing innocent civilians and children. And the U.S. is supplying those weapons. So we're not only asking for an immediate ceasefire, we're asking for an immediate embargo on all weapons going to Israel, because it's like they're feeding them with one hand and killing them with the other hand. It's like they know that genocide is being committed by Israel. The government, Netanyahu, is not listening to the U.S. or anybody else who's asking for a ceasefire. He's still doing it. Now it's our duty as a country here, we're all Americans. It's our duty to cut them off, do an embargo. I think Trump will.
Not only did Harris get absolutely smashed in Dearborn, in fact, she was a distant third there in that city. So most people voted for Trump. Then there was a third party candidate, and then it was Harris. I want to speak to you as a small business owner as well as to why you think that is.
Well, people want Kamala out. The Kamala Biden administration caused this. What we see today, again, they're supplying Israel with billions and billions of dollars, and Israel is using this to commit genocide. And right now, it's not just us saying that; the whole world sees it. And even the Pope has come out and asked for an investigation on Netanyahu. That came out earlier today. They talked about it. So this isn't only about countries, races, religions. It's everyone. This is humanity, and we got to do as human race.
Tarick, do you think people in Dearborn voted this was their number one issue, or a lot of people in Dearborn run small businesses as well? Is that why they were so pro-Trump too?
Not necessarily. I'm sure, if there was no October 7th, I'm sure Trump is going to have his votes. But no, the majority of our votes in Dearborn went to Trump or a third party because of what the Biden-Kamala administration is doing in Gaza with Israel, etc. So no, had this not been going on, Trump he might receive some of the vote, but we were pro Kamala before. Myself personally, I didn't vote in the last election because I wasn't for either party. But this election, we have to make a change. Any change is possible. We need to make it as soon as possible because we're talking about innocent lives.
Yeah. Were you surprised by the size of Trump's win?
Honestly, yes and no. Yes, because I know, I've spoken to people. I go around and get people's opinions, and people talk. There's a lot of Trump people out there who are fans of Trump or who are pro-Trump, but they can't say it out loud to the public because, he's got this reputation that if you with the opposite side, that if you're a Trump supporter, that, oh, you're wrong or you're bad or you're not any good. It's really divided in this country, especially here in Detroit.
Still, what have you found after the election? Has anything changed? Do you think it will?
Well, right now, we got to give Trump a chance to get into office before we start, judging him. And they're already starting to judge him now. They're saying, oh, he hired this guy and he hired that guy. Give the guy a chance. Again, he was given a problem. He walked into this with a problem. So had he would never have allowed this to happen.
Yeah.
So we're not asking him. We would love for him to stop the war. We'd love any president to stop the war. We don't want any war. But we know most likely that's probably not going to happen with the U.S. president. But we do want them to immediately demand stop murdering, killing, and committing genocide. And to do that, we got to push an embargo and stop sending weapons and give aid. We got to get aid in there. They're not allowing aid into Gaza, even medicine. Kids are dying of hunger. Kids are dying of injuries, malnutrition, etc. It's bad.
Tarick, it's so great to talk to you once again. Thanks so much for giving us your time. We'll see you soon.
Thank you for giving me the platform. Take care. God bless.